Good morning, guys. It's Laurie from Passionate Penny Pincher, and holy cow, it is day, I think, 14 of Crocktober, and I'm worn out. But if you want to join me, you can do it too. This morning, I'm just going to be real honest with you guys. I did not want to do this. I did not want to get up. I did not want to make my slow cooker stuff. I did not want to get this done. But here I am anyways, even though I didn't want to, and so I'm encouraging you, and hopefully I'm maybe not the only one who had that kind of a day where you just don't want to. Guys, we all have those days, and so this was my day, and if you are like me, it's okay, we can do that. So good morning, Donna. Good morning, so glad to see you guys on this morning. Thanks so much. Okay, so here's why I didn't want to. I've got Bible study. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've exercised and did everything else this morning, and I was like getting in here, and this was a harder recipe to put together. Like, this isn't one of the super easy recipes that you can just dump into some pots. And honestly, if I had not had a few hundred people who were going to come join me this morning, I would be like, I am not doing this. So I sucked it up though. I put my apron on because I'm going to Bible study and I don't want to mess my shirt up this morning. But we are going to make dinner. So if you're like me and you don't want to, the truth is tonight at dinner time, you still have to have dinner. And I'm going to tell you my super secret trick that is going to make next month easier when you have a day like me and you don't want to. If it were up to me, guys, tonight I would be having cereal for dinner. That is what I'd have. Or maybe my husband would take me somewhere fancy. But instead, I'm making let's see, what's it called? I'm making skinny slow cooker cheeseburger soup, which is actually fantastic. And once I make it, I'm not gonna mind at all that I did the work. So come join me as we make it. So what I've done already, and then I'll hop on and look at your, good morning guys, so glad to see you all on. Okay, so we are making skinny slow cooker cheeseburger soup. You can download the recipe and everything at Passionate Penny Pincher /Crocktober. You can grab that. All you're gonna do, it's not as hard as it sounds, because once I did it, I was like, this isn't so bad. Why am I whining here? You're gonna brown your ground beef. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back on. You're gonna brown your ground beef, your onions, and your celery, and some garlic. So you're gonna get that browned. Then you are gonna mix together 1/2 cup of beef broth with 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay, so we're gonna mix that together. Then you're gonna add that along with 3 cups of beef broth. We use low sodium beef broth. You're gonna add all of that to your ground beef that you've already done. And if you're like me, it's gonna pour all over the floor because that's the way it goes today. I just made a big mess. So you're gonna let that cook until it simmers, just for a couple seconds. It won't take long. My dog is going to be happy. He's going to drink all the beef broth off the floor. Good morning, guys. So glad to see you on. So we just want to cook this for a couple seconds just to get it simmering. And while that is doing that, I'm going to tell you my super secret trick. Are y'all ready for my super secret trick? So the awesome thing about this is that by making dinner every night, I have had a lot of leftovers. There are some nights when our kids aren't home. Last night we actually had a night where no kids were home. So I froze whatever. My husband and I only ate a little bit of the creamy chicken Alfredo, which was delicious. If you didn't make it, you need to make it. Fantastic recipe. So I went ahead and I froze it as soon as it was done, and I popped it in the freezer. And so next month when I don't want to make dinner, guess what? All I have to do is thaw it out and I've got dinner. So I did that with the chicken Alfredo. I also did that with extra taco meat for quesadillas and with chicken for tacos. So now I've got 3 nights of dinner in November already done. How awesome is that? Y'all give me, that isn't awesome. Is that not awesome? I'm pretty excited over here. Okay, so we're gonna hope to let this is gonna simmer real quickly, which of course, nothing's gonna be quick this morning because this has been that kind of a day. Once it simmers, hopefully in just a second, I'm gonna add it to here, and then you're gonna add in 1 can of, hello guys, thanks for the hearts and shares, I need those. 1 can of evaporated milk. You're gonna add in, we'll go ahead and add these in. So we're gonna add in a can of evaporated milk, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Let me find my teaspoon. An 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. This is that kind of a day where I can't even open the pepper. Y'all, isn't that funny? We all have those days, so if you're having that, y'all just share that with me and we can kind of commiserate together. Okay, 1 teaspoon pepper, 8 ounces of low-fat reduced cheese. I use Kroger brand finely reduced cheddar cheese. Okay, so we're gonna add all of that. And then a little bit of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so we're gonna add that in along with this, which hopefully has simmered. You know what, we're gonna call it simmering enough at this point. So we're gonna add all of this, hopefully I'm not gonna spill it, to Mrs. Potts. We are gonna cook it on, make sure this is right, cook it on low for 2 hours. So you're only gonna cook it on low. So what I'm gonna do, since it's obviously early in the morning, we won't be eating dinner until tonight, is I'm gonna pop this all in the fridge and then I will put it back in the oven later on. So if you have had one of those days where you don't want to do this, where you feel like this is not worth it, I do not want to cook, I want to have cereal, I want to go out to eat, I don't want to be amazing, you're not alone. Like, you are so not alone. Let me tell you, I so did not want to do it today. But on those days, suck it up, put all your big girl panties and just do it. It's so worth it. Once this is done, like tonight when I'm eating this, do you know how happy I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be so happy because this is one of my favorite recipes. So why wouldn't I go ahead and do the work? But there are all days where we have that. So make yourself do it. Share this with a friend. If you have a friend who might keep you accountable in getting it done, I would highly recommend that. And what I was thinking, if you could, would y'all share with me not only what you're making and where you are from? I usually ask that, but what I would really love to hear is if you're making something in Mrs. Potts, could you inspire us and post a picture? You can just snap a picture and put it on Facebook, like on this thing, and that way we can see what everybody else is making. And maybe on these days when we feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make dinner tonight, I don't want to do it, it's not worth it, maybe we can all kind of be inspired by one another. I'd encourage y'all to do that if you can. Y'all have a fantastic morning. I will talk to you tomorrow morning and I will watch through your comments today. I'm going to scoot off here. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being my encouragement, because honestly, I would not be here Crocktobering this morning if I didn't know that y'all were going to join me. So thanks for your support also of me, because it makes my life a little easier. Have a fantastic morning.